Hello everybody and welcome back to more Let's Play Sonic Adventure DX. Man, actually it's been a while since I've actually recorded anything for Sonic Adventure DX. I actually took a little break, but then again I've had a past recording of this before, so it's not like I haven't done this. I'm just gonna be quiet now. Anyways, let's move on to Skydeck, and like I mentioned last part, Skydeck is actually quite fun compared to Sonic. And the reason for this is, unlike Skydeck that you have to do for Sonic, which is very tedious and very annoying to go through, when you're playing as Tails, it's more or less a race against Sonic, and it is not as tedious, and it's just more compact, and it's fun in my opinion. But I mean, what could they do with this stage? I mean, they could have it a multi-parter, but then again, that might break the game. But again, this game's already broken enough as it is. Anyways, I really enjoy this stage's Tails just because it's fast-paced, and unlike the Sonic version of this level, you can actually get it done relatively fast in comparison. And for some reason, we get speed shoots, even though it's absolutely... what the heck? It is totally unnecessary. You don't need it at all. And seriously, we're at the end of the stage right now because we are Tails and we just go fly. Seriously, all we have to do, land right here and fly over this way. Land, and here's the exit. And we're done. Like I mentioned before, I enjoy this stage's Tails because we get it done fast. And that's the one thing that... I'm sorry, was that Sonic in the background jumping? Okay. Whatever. And like I said before, it's kind of disorienting that these stages are a lot longer for Sonic than Tails.
Is that it?
Yep.
Sonic, we should check out the bridge.
Yes. It's like, oh, Sonic, you dip. Let's go find the stage. And yes. Now, one thing here is we are going to be fighting another rival, but this time, not as Sonic, but as Tails. It's kind of awkward to see Tails going up against Eggman, Knuckles, and other characters. But then again, there was an option where you could play as certain characters. In the previous Sonic game. Sorry, I need to finish my sentences. I have a bad time doing that recently. Oh no, what are you going to do? Yes, the birdie. I can't seem enthusiastic about this cutscene. The only thing I can be enthusiastic about is the fact that his Chaos Emerald floats for some reason.
All of you, this is all I really need.
Okay.
Gamma,
Gamma, come out!
your wish, master.
And yet again, the Gamma fight's exactly the same as last time, so once we actually get into it, I'll be counting out. Why didn't I cut out the fight with Knuckles?
Aye, aye, Master
Well, I don't really necessarily have to cut these fights out. I mean, it's really simple, especially since I have the rhythm badge anyways. So it doesn't really count. I can just annihilate this guy within 10 seconds? Yeah, that's a good estimate. Alright, hello. Come here. I have the infinite power of the rhythm band. And die. There we go. That was a fight. Alright, now it's time to finish him off. Tails. Murder.
Please stop, Tails.
Get out of my way, Amy.
Move
I must
aside,
kill him.
Amy. Get out of the way. No.
That was good acting.
This robot is my friend. He helped me.
Oh.
Don't hurt him.
What? That's all you say? Fine.
Okay, if you say so.
God, the
You have
acting
your
in this game is
reasons, I
atrocious.
Hey, this ship is losing altitude.
Oh no!
Hurry, Tails! Take Amy and get out of here!
But what about you?
I'll find Eggman and put a stop to his evil ways.
Meaning he's gonna fall off to his doom. He's fine with it. He's done this before. Come on, Amy, let's go. What the? What the hell is wrong with Amy's eye, by the way? I just noticed something. There was something very wrong with Amy's eye just a second ago. I'm gonna have to zoom in. Whoa. Man, those graphics are so fancy. It's almost like the real explosions, but on a poorly animated ship. No, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm confusing myself right now. Anyways, somehow we float back to Central Square, even though last time we were somewhere over Mystic Ruins. I don't know. Tails with his infinite flying ability does not cease to surprise. He's not even flying, he's more or less gliding at this point. Well, nothing to do. Up there's Eggman somehow. And Tikal. Hi, Tikal. Yes, Tails? Does this shot please you?
That's Eggman. I wonder what happened to Sonic.
I don't know. Maybe you should get better voice acting first of all. And there's Eggman, who just got his ass kicked for like
Chaos was defeated.
The third time in a row in this
no
game.
matter.
Jeez.
I will destroy Station Square anyway.
Uh-oh. What the? You know, Eggman, last time it was highly inappropriate. It's still highly inappropriate right now, so you better stop that. So we're just looking at the ocean. Anything interesting about what Tails? What's wrong? What the? What's going on? Oh, it's a giant rocket. I don't know why Tails flopped on the ground even though there was nothing there.
If that missile is launched...
Ready? Fire!
You can't even finish your own sentence. And... we're boned. Well, get your butts goodbye. Everybody, duck and cover. Okay, are we okay? Like, apparently we're just fine.
Ah, no, it was a dud. I can't believe this.
Oh my god.
I'll go and deal with it myself.
Uh-oh. Great. So it failed and now Eggman wants to detonate it anyways.
That missile before
But
he
why would you
detonates
want
it.
to detonate it? Has he lost so badly that he's willing to kill himself? Man, that wouldn't surprise me.
I see it. I've got to get it before Eggman.
That was the weirdest thing that happened to his face. It looked like Tails' face vibrated for a minute. Come on, Tails. You're the hero. Act like one, damn it.
I've changed a lot since I've started hanging with Sonic.
This is no time to contemplate life and reflect on your past. There we go.
I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on.
Finally, starting to step up to the plate yet again. Like he hasn't been trying to kick Sonic out of the picture the entire part. Anyways, welcome to the final stage, Speed Highway. This stage is a joke.
You think you can
Now,
keep
the
up with
thing
me?
about most of the stages that were done previously is that Tails...
Tails, wait for me.
No. I've never heard Eggman say that before. Usually, he's just like... he just passes me and he doesn't say a word when he's like, Tails, wait for me. That was like the most apathetic cry of help ever, Eggman. Wow. Anyways, as I was trying to say, Tails, most of the people that are racing him, which is Sonic for the most part, have rubber band physics, and for anybody that doesn't understand that, that basically means no matter how far you go or how fast you move through level, your opponent's always gonna reach up to you somehow because there's basically a rubber band. You know how far you stretch it out, it's always gonna come back. So the distance between you and your opponent is always gonna come back. So, it was always an annoying, daunting task when trying to play with Sonic, because Sonic always had pretty decent rubber band physics, especially during the snowboarding stage. But in this case, Eggman's rubber band physics are absolutely horrible, where you can just completely own him and just completely just say, goodbye, I'm gonna fly over here. Seriously, there are times I've played this stage where I leave Eggman in the dust, and it's just so pathetic to see him actually do that, and it just makes this final level seem just more or less like less of a race and more or less, hey, get to the goal line as soon as possible. I think it would actually be better for this stage if there was an actual time limit in the stage, so it would actually warrant some warning to us to actually, like, we have a certain time limit to get to the stage. Well, the stage is ending before we die, so we better do that. But that never happened, so whatever. Anyways, with that, this is the end of the stage. And there's only one thing left to do. Take on Eggman.
That wasn't too bad.
Nope, not at all. Oh yeah, and like I mentioned before for the emblems, that's how you get one of the games. First one is Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Game Gear. Sadly, you don't get any of the original Sonic games. That would actually be pretty cool.
Oh no! It's Robotnik! So
You mean Eggman?
beat me to the missile, you little pest.
Yeah, so what?
I will make you all pay for this.
Oh no. Is he gonna take out the Egg Viper? That's not gonna be good. Hey everybody, it's an AT-AT. Straight out of Star Wars.
You fool. Away, before I make mincemeat out of you.
Wow.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can do this.
Come on, Tails, grow some. Honestly, this is probably the one scenario where Eggman actually sounds threatening in the least instead of being just comic humor. What the heck was... Tails, I swear sometimes you do the craziest, stupidest sometimes. But anyways, here's the Egg Walker. A very simple boss. All you have to do, you run across, sometimes he fires missiles, but all you have to do is get underneath of him, whack the feet, and then jump up into the cockpit, cause damage, and then watch him do the exact same thing. Okay, go to this side, and then he goes 1, 2. Yeah, as the fight continues, he does this multiple times, but honestly, the fight is never really that bad. It's really a pathetic joke. God, I hate twisting around. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. There we go. Okay, one more hit and we're done. And as you can see, this is honestly a really pathetic fight in terms of just versus Eggman. Whoa! What was that? And bye, Eggman. Sonic was a cool guy and he didn't look at explosions. Tails is a cool guy who stands in. One up Sonic all the time, aren't you, Tails? He's not afraid of anything. He's just... whatever.
Hey, I did it!
You saved the day, Tails. You're finally a hero.
Day! You're the best! I did it all by myself.
Yes, I did it all by myself. Now, let me leave these people because you honestly scare me. You all look like plastic dolls. Goodbye, weird mechanical people. Also, I look like a weird doll for some reason. Tails doll, why did I bring it up again? Ah. And with that, Tails has finally achieved his dream to become a hero. Sup? You're my sidekick now. And thus, the adventures of Tails and Sonic continue. Sort of. And with that, that is the end of Tails' scenario. And honestly, I enjoyed it more than Sonic's. The only thing I really enjoyed more in Sonic's scenario is the fact that it's more credible to make Sonic a hero instead of Tails just pushing Sonic in the back burner for whatever reason. But I'll go more into detail as I give my brief synopsis. But until then, which is just a second, I should just stop talking about that. Anyways, see you guys for Knuckles next on Sonic Adventure DX. Alright guys, and since it is the end of Tails scenario like I did with Sonic, it's time for a brief recap and explanation of what I think about Tails scenario. Now, for the most part, Tails scenario was very enjoyable for me. There wasn't any downtime where I really disliked Tails scenario. There was basically the cutscenes. The cutscenes, for the most part, was the down part of this whole entire scenario, for the fact that it just felt like Tails was trying to force himself as the main protagonist, and it just didn't feel right. I mean, if he was a character, at least in Sonic's scenario, that seemed brave enough, maybe it'd be a little bit more believable, but the fact is, Tails kind of was the sidekick in the entire Sonic scenario, so, I mean, it just felt out of place. But, other than that, the stages themselves, I loved them. They were actually fun, and a lot of people say that playing as Tails in this scenario is kind of boring because the stages go by fast, but this is what I'm looking for in a Sonic game. Fast gameplay, where the levels don't drag on too long and don't last like 10 minutes. They're quick, fast-paced, and can be anywhere from like 2 minutes long to like 5 minutes, though the majority of the stages only last about 2 minutes or less. That's how ridiculous the Sonic game can be. Anyways, this scenario was fun, and Knuckles' scenario is a little bit more grounded in terms of cutscenes, but the gameplay itself is, well, we'll get to that eventually in the next part. But anyways, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let you guys listen to the credit music, which is Tails' theme, Believe in Myself by Karen Brake. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time for Knuckles. See you later.
When I'm alone in my chair, I just go about wishing I wanna be strong. I really wanna be trusted when